listener.
And I think that goes to say, the same goes, oh my God, what am I trying to say? The same goes to say.
Something goes.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. We are doing a bit of a different episode today. Yes.
Steffi is getting
We are getting into it.
to business today.
Well, there is no highs and lows, guys. Sorry if you're looking forward to it.
No, I think some people will be like, good, because I didn't have an hour.
Yeah, we can get deep. It can get real deep.
That's the way.
So don't worry. If you don't enjoy them, it's not happening today.
But they will be back if you do enjoy them.
Oh, yeah.
Which hopefully you do, because they are a part of every normal KICPump episode. So.
Also, very much know that we're not alone in any of the highs and lows. And it's nice to be able to relate to some things, you know?
Agree. Amen, sister.
But just so you know, there's none today.
Okay.
And no, the reason I want to get into it is because I'm quite excited that we are doing this episode. I mean, it's something that comes up so much, like definitely in my DMs, in your DMs, I'm sure now as well, KICPod's DMs, KICBump DMs, and including this one actually from the mailbox. We just bought our first home, and the same week I found out I am pregnant. Super exciting time, but also expensive. We know we will be tight on money, so starting to budget and plan a bit for when Bub arrives. I was wondering if you could share the items that you would really recommend buying new and worth spending more on versus items you think are not needed or could save money on. Keen to hear your thoughts. Now, what I love about this question, and obviously the way that we are going to tackle it today, is personal.
Yes, it is very personal.
And I think that's important to start with, because there are certain things that if you don't know, you don't know. As in, if you've never had the item, you obviously may do without it.
And there will be things, there's one actually that I think will be on both of our like obsessed list,
Okay.
or like things that we used every day, that some people hate and didn't use at all. So it is very personal. And I think that's why before we start, I love this question because it said, what should we buy new and secondhand? Absolutely, there are things that you should buy
100%.
secondhand. And there's one of the reasons for that is because some people will buy something and it was someone's biggest necessity and they thought they needed it and they bought it before they gave birth. I think so what I was going to say is try and not, you need some things like a car seat, for example. You definitely need that before you give birth. But there are other things that you can hold off on because you might actually not use them.
100%.
But because a lot of people do buy things before they know what they'll need, on Facebook Marketplace, things are like, a lot of them are very new. So it is like buying it brand new anyway.
Because there's also a whole bunch of stuff that they can only be until they're 3 months or 6 months.
Exactly.
So then you unless you're literally planning to have another baby anytime soon, people pass them on either to a friend or chuck them on Facebook Marketplace. Totally understandable.
Exactly.
So that's the other thing for sure. So what we decided for this episode, guys, is that we would come with a list of things that we have personally used every day. So it's probably something that if our friend was looking at buying something from our personal experience is something that we would say highly, highly recommend. Then we've got a list of kind of nice to have where maybe we got some use out of it, but wouldn't say it's a necessity. And then stuff that we wouldn't say at all or recommend at all. Maybe it was something that we got that we never used, or maybe it's something that we never had and we're totally fine without. Again, personal. And then we're also going to talk about different things that we've received secondhand versus what we thought we wanted to do brand new.
What I thought we could do is with our list, talk through things that we would recommend Facebook Marketplace / secondhand.
While we list them?
While we list it, or
Perfect.
if you think you probably need to get that one new. But as you said,
Perfect.
most things you only use,
there's a
especially
lot
the
of things.
newborn phase, for a very short time because they grow out of it. So the things are very new online anyway.
Yeah, totally.
If you buy the secondhand. Okay, you go first. So we're going to break it into 3 categories. Steffi, what are they?
Should we start with the use every day / highly recommend?
Yeah, perfect.
we start
Can you
there?
go through the 3 categories
Okay, yeah,
for
sure.
us?
Well, this is how I've categorized them, but let me see how. Okay, so we've basically got a must buy.
Yep.
Which again, we would classify as we used them almost every single day and would highly recommend. Nice to have, but not essential. Maybe got a little bit of use out of it. Probably could have gone without, but was helpful in some way.
Yep.
Not necessary.
Perfect.
And then we'll talk through what we think you could buy secondhand versus new.
And we haven't compared our list.
No,
so
I have no idea what you've got.
I'm so interested to see what goes in the same
I have
categories.
no idea what you've got.
Okay, do you want to kick us off with use every day?
Just one by one? Because it might be you it's probably, on yours. Okay, portable change mats.
Oh, yeah, that's on mine too. That
Foldable
is
chain mats.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I use that much more than my actual change station.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like that's the thing is, and depending on like the house you live in and everything, like I know a lot of my friends who lived in like smaller apartments, they did change their baby in the nursery every day because it was pretty close proximity, right? And then they could just have their little station and that's where it was. For me in like double level, it was like I wasn't going to take him upstairs to his nursery every time I needed to change Harvey. So I used like a portable change mat, which then was also like I almost have a multiple. I have one that's in like a cupboard in my living room right now, and then I have one that I keep in my handbag, and then I have a more still one in Billy's room. But honestly, we used that until she was probably 3 months old, and then I just change her on the floor now.
Yeah,
even
same.
when I'm in her nursery. Like I've actually passed it on now because she's way too big for it and rolls off.
Yeah,
anyway.
it's so cute. But no, I reckon that's one of my most used items. And we just got another one, but we had one and it was enough. Like it was actually fine because light, and we
Only reason I have
the caddy
multiples because
around.
I forget. Like I'll put it in my car and then I'll be like, where is it? And then I'm like, oh, it's because I took it to my boot. So I only have multiple because I forget.
It's fine.
And I'm not as organized. And yeah. But yes, you can definitely go with just one, but they're very useful.
Agree. Absolutely agree.
Okay, next one.
Next one.
Baby monitor. And for me, I would recommend one that connects to your internet and phone.
Because you like watching the monitor.
For some, especially because I went back to work and stuff, it was a very important way for me to be able to connect. It also, even in the early days of like me going out for dinner or whatever, and because we were the first of our friends and family, I was very nervous with even like people that I love and trust looking after halves for the first time because A, it was new for me, B, it was new for them, and it was like definitely I was comfortable being able to check. Now, I know a lot of people will, and even when I opened up about this in the pod years ago, people were like, "This is so much wrong with this."
I think you went on the Today Show because people were like, "Oh my God, Steph is spying on her babysitters."
No, they all knew it was there. And
it
honestly,
is creepy when you talk through it without. There was times when you would just be. Well, it wasn't me, but there was times where I remember you were telling me you were watching, but your friends didn't know you were watching, and then you would just talk through.
Yeah, she knew that I would check on it, but in that moment, she didn't know I was watching, and she was trying to put him in a onesie that it was totally my fault. I'd left a sleep suit out to put away because he'd grown out of it, and she was trying to put him in it because I think she must have thought, oh, she must have left this here on the top because it's like what we should put him in. And I could just see them really struggling, and it was like 3/4 up his arms, and I was like, guys, I'm so sorry.
I am watching.
Anyway, but no, I personally have really loved being able to access it from my phone. It also means that like if I'm, I don't know, like walking to the mailbox or like, you know, just even if I'm home, but I don't have to have the monitor with me at all times because we always have our phone with us. And so for me, it's like I've always got ears and eyes on them and I'm not carrying a monitor around per se.
So we have the same monitor. Now, I actually wanted to find a monitor that didn't connect to my phone because I
wanted to not use your phone.
I wanted to not use my phone.
Yeah.
However, then I started reading all of the safety features and I was like, oh, and this is, I think, a thing as well. You feel guilty not going with the safest option, which is usually often the most expensive.
Yeah.
I will say for this monitor, it's a Cubo. Like it's great. We've both got it. It is one of the most expensive monitors.
It is, yeah.
I do like that I can check it on my phone. I don't when I'm Atlas doesn't sleep that much in his cot in the day anyway, so I don't really check it in the day. I find for me, I don't want to be thinking, like right now, I don't want to be like, oh my God, I have to check the monitor.
No.
But at night, I think something that we've spoken about before is for you, when you were missing bedtime, you could listen to bedtime through the car, through your phone easily. Josh wouldn't have to FaceTime you, etc. So I think that's really good. I thought the safety features were really important and I just don't think you need it. Like that's something,
I do too.
There's like a plate thing that you put underneath.
I don't use that and we never had that.
And that comes with it that you put underneath. Oh, okay. So
there's
again,
different ones.
I felt like, and if you've got this and it's really helpful, I think that's where it comes. Like for some people it is really helpful, but for us, like I thought we needed it and we didn't need that.
Yeah.
And what it does is it'll tell you when they roll, it'll tell you when they cover their face and things.
Or cry.
At the start, like he wasn't in his cot anyway.
Yeah. If you're putting a baby earlier and they've like maybe just learning how to roll or whatever in their cot, I think those kind of things are really helpful.
Yes.
Whereas right now I don't need them on.
Bassinet is in your room. You don't need, I don't know. I just felt like for us, we didn't need that. And now I actually said to Dot last night,
you can turn off.
We need to turn it off because it makes you sometimes, I think it can make you feel scared. Like now Atlas, he sleeps on his tummy because like he can roll now.
Yeah.
And when his face is covered, it's usually just his hand is on his face. And I just think it makes you feel a bit more worried when it's not necessary. And it was just when, and I think that's something just to note, like there's some things where I know it feels like, oh, this is the safest or whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't always need that.
It's like there's this owl sock.
Oh, the owlet.
And yes, and it like tracks their heart rate or something like that. And
it's
never
heart rate
used
and breathing rate. Yeah.
I never used it, and I had mixed views and also opinions from other people on it because it either eased people who were really anxious about baby safety because they had this like extra precautionary thing, or it added to the anxiety because there was this extra precautionary thing that wasn't necessarily needed. But that one I feel like with those added safety things like the plate under the thing, the owl sock or whatever, that is a really personal decision on whether or not that's going to help with your anxiety, because I'm sure it has also informed and helped and saved a lot of babies like at the same time.
Yeah.
Just because we've always been safe with it and it's always been like a false warning or whatever. Like I also want to, there's merit to those things
of
to
course.
exist. So I think you need to make that decision for yourself.
I agree. And I think it's something I would talk to, honestly, for stuff like that is very expensive.
Yeah.
I would talk to your doctor or your OB about it, or if you have a pediatrician, your pediatrician.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what's really important is to make sure you have one source of truth.
Totally.
Otherwise, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And there are pediatricians that speak very openly about the fact that monitors with roll plates and like the sock thing is unnecessary and you don't need it. And I think sometimes if your doctor says that, you're like, okay, that's fine.
Totally.
But again, if it's more just like it is not a necessity, but if it is something that once your baby comes into the world, you feel like you need, you speak to your doctor about it and you're like, actually, no, that's going to help my anxiety, or maybe there's something they need to be more monitored and that's a way to do it, I think absolutely. But again, if you're pregnant and you have no extra reason to need that, I think just don't buy it yet. So we've skipped to the not need. Was that in your list?
So a baby monitor, a particularly one with Wi-Fi, was my use every day must buy. However, it is something you can get secondhand.
Yes, very true.
Absolutely. Because I know that people, they might buy a Wi-Fi one, decide actually we just want a radio one, or their living circumstances change and they're closer to the baby and they just sleep with the door open. Like there's so many reasons why people sell monitors. So that is definitely something that I would say keep an eye out for.
And I have a lot of friends who, if the room is next to the baby, they actually don't use one.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's something to note.
100%.
Next.
Do you want me to just get going?
Yeah, let's go through it.
Okay. So I've got sleep suits, and I personally have always really loved the Love to Dream and the Ergo Pouch sleep suits. Just quality-wise, I still use Harvey's ones like from 5 years on. I've also passed them on to other friends who have had babies. They've used them and have given them back, and they're still amazing quality. So I do think that, the brands and stuff within sleep sacks, if you're thinking about having multiple children or whatever, the quality, it's great, but they're not cheap. But the really great benefits of both of those brands and what they have is the flexibility of zipping from the bottom up, like the double way zips, because changing babies at night and not having to completely take them out of their sleep sacks is super helpful.
Yes, I found that as well.
Yeah.
And I found changing Atlas at the start really difficult. Like it just took me time to get, even though it seems like the most simple thing. And now when I'm doing it, I'm like, why did I find this hard?
Yeah.
But the onesies with that zip as well, I found really, really helpful.
Yeah.
I also think it's very important to look, and maybe this is because Atlas has eczema, but looking at the material is really important because if something is polyester, it is just less likely to breathe.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you have to buy that. Like some brands that are 100% cotton are quite expensive, but there's also a lot of cheaper brands have 100% cotton items. You just need to look in the, like you look on the ingredients in a food product, just look at the material.
For sure. Did you have that down?
I had the ergo pouch onesie with the zip that goes all the way up the bottom. I just found it so much easier.
So you're talking about pajamas?
Yeah, no, not pajamas. The onesie, just the onesie.
Pajamas.
Yeah, pajamas.
Pajamas.
Which he wore all the day.
No, but that's what that's like a baby's clothes or pajamas, and then there's the sleep sack. That's what I was talking about. The sleep sack or suit that goes on top of their pajamas. But you meant the ergo pouch. You like the zip.
Yeah, I do.
Can you tell me what's the difference? Like, why is that? Because I've got both. But I've always just gone with the one that goes down the leg. I don't find it any what's the difference for you guys?
Well, I just
changing.
I just found it easier
to take
because he would always move his legs, and so like if the leg's on the zip, I just found it really hard.
Yeah,
at the start. But now I can change both, and it's fine.
Yeah,
but at the time,
is there something I'm missing?
No. But there you go, guys. This
was that
personal.
On your list of must?
Yeah, the zippy thing.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
Or use every day.
I would say though, double zip, like whether it's down the leg or in the middle, like those ergo pouch ones, the zip going both ways, necessity.
I agree.
Because the ones that go down and you basically have to get them completely naked to change their nappy, it's not fun.
No, agree.
And also the button ones, like I've got a couple of press button ones. They're cute for a couple of times, but you get over it. So double zip all the way. Okay, a nappy caddy of some sort. There are so many options out there, but I find, and I wouldn't say like over a nappy bag, but like where I've ended up landing is a nappy caddy that is quite open and exposed and like sectioned that I keep in my living room, or I then can take it into the boot of my car, or when we go on holidays, it's like already, he's got his nappies, his wipes, his creams, like whatever. A nappy caddy of some sort, use every day. It's amazing. And then I've found that I just generally like using I'll find a bag that is like a nice everyday bag that is also big enough for me to fit like wipes or a few extra things in. I've actually liked doing that than packing nappy bags, for example. I feel like a nappy bag is a nice, and I see why a lot of people get a lot out of it. I don't think it's a must buy.
I agree. I actually don't have one, and I had thought that I had to get one, and then we ended up just using the caddy and took it with us most places because it fits under under the pram.
Yeah,
you don't really need to take the whole caddy with you, but we just did at the start.
Yeah,
and in the caddy we put his onesies.
Yes, extra onesies.
I reckon we had like maybe 6 onesies, and I mean you have to do the washing a lot, but I was just putting a load of wash on maybe most days, and that was enough. Like it had singlets, onesies, his eczema cream, nappies. Honestly,
wipes,
all of his medicine,
nappy bags,
everything was in there. And so that was just the thing that we would take with us and take it around the house
and just always stock it up.
Never went into his room. Because it was just like we just had him in onesies all the time, and that was what and it was actually quite easy. That was like Atlas on the go was his caddy. Everything was in there.
Perfect.
So I agree that was a must-have for us as well.
Yeah. So good.
I wrote lol. Last night I was so tired I couldn't think of the word caddy.
What did you write?
Compartment.
Oh, yeah.
It's called caddy.
Yeah.
It's called caddy. Okay, next.
Okay, a sterilizer.
Oh.
And this is something that, it's funny, we've spoken about this on the podcast before, as in like you got into your, what era did you call it? Where you're like,
well, it was giving biochemist, not really good. I was just boiling all the time with the pot.
You're boiling a lot of things. So for me, going from boiling everything to then having a sterilizer with halves as a new mum, the number of things I melted in the bottom of the pot because the water would just evaporate and I forgot it was on or in there was just too many to like continue that. Just a bit of a safety hazard and also a waste. So we've just got, but there are so many different sterilizers. A lot of people like I've got friends who, invested in the UV ones and like swear by them. And they're like, it's so quick. It's so easy. I can put anything in there. I have always just found the like Tupperware version one, which the one I've got is like Tommy Tippy one, which you just put a little bit of water at the bottom. You can put bottles, dummies. It fits enough stuff that when I'm using it to sterilize, and you put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and the steam is what sterilizes the stuff in there. And I use it all the time. And because she's still like bottle fed and now she's like sucking on a dummy and stuff like that, even with like Harvey's drink bottle parts and stuff like that, sometimes after I give it a wash, I'll just put it on and do a little bit of extra sterilizing. I love it and I use them a lot, and I just I don't trust myself with the stove.
Fair enough. So my sterilizer was on my nice to have but not essential list because I feel like if you're buying and you're like, okay, you've got your budget, you can get the pram, the car seat, and the sterilizer doesn't fit. It's not it's not a necessity because you can boil in the pot. Like that is
totally
an option, but you use it every day.
Oh, but also I think mine's like $40.
Yeah.
As in like,
great.
So I know some of the UV, like are more expensive and stuff, so they are definitely more of an investment. But yeah, for me, it was like I was spending more than that replacing parts.
Yeah, exactly right. So that is very practical and great. So for me personally, it was something that we were managing with the pot. Yeah. But we do have a sterilizer now, and it's just like takes a load off. It's just easier. Yeah. And I am happy not to, because you have to wait for the water to boil and it's just like, and then you have to remember, otherwise you melt things.
Yeah.
So yes, but you know what's interesting? There are some parts that just make sure you check. Some things
can't be micro sterilized. Yes, we've learned that, haven't we?
Yes, we have. So just note that. But yeah, a sterilizer is definitely helpful. And I think if you've got the budget for it, there's obviously lots of options as well. They're all great and all have their pros and cons. It is something that you do need to do like every day. And I think also at the start, I remember being it's so funny when I
drop the dummy. It's like, we're going to wash it and put it in the sterilizer.
The bottles, the anxiety I had about having a drop of water like from the pot. So it was like boiled water that didn't have germs in it. But if there was like a tiny drop in the bottle, I was like, oh my God, I have to do it again.
Like all my bottles are like that.
If I give him this drop of water, which is just like, that's just the start of it. And then you realize like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it probably would have been a bit easier at the start because I would have trusted like, oh no, it's in a proper sterilizer. It'll be fine, not just me with my pot.
I get that.
But yeah, helpful, but for me, not essential, but it has nice to have.
That is something that I would say probably pops up on Facebook Marketplace a lot. Yes. Because it's something that like once they're out of dummy or bottle phase, like you don't need it anymore. Whilst I put Harvey's stuff through it, that's only because it's there. I wouldn't get one for a preschooler. You know?
Exactly. So actually, sorry, we haven't been doing Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so to go from the top, the onesies and sleep sacks, 100% you can get on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, definitely.
Especially if they're good quality ones, they last and they're fine.
Yeah.
What else have we spoken about? The
baby monitor. Yeah, we said
Facebook
that.
Marketplace.
Portable change mats, buy new.
Yes, I agree.
Like other babies' shits on it.
I mean, you could wash it, but yeah, definitely.
But
it's just, still, I agree.
There's reasonable ones out there.
I agree.
Okay, nappy, caddy. I think for sure. There's probably
you could definitely get a secondhand one.
100%. And also, there's so many different ones. Like it doesn't matter which one. It's just the fact that you have something that is like open and portable is helpful.
Oh, the brand of a nappy caddy doesn't matter. Get whatever.
Sterilizer, yes. Okay, this was the last time I use every day. So if you have any more, please jump in after this. An activity mat. So there are many different ones, I know. And again, many different ones in a span of cost as well. So don't feel like you need to get the most expensive one. This is one that I definitely think you can you could even like honestly make it out of other things that you already own, to be honest. Like honestly put a towel down and get a few toys and put them around them. Or there's these like wooden ones that are on Facebook Marketplace all the time and also at Kmart and stuff like that you then hang your own stuff on. Totally fine. But there is a period where your baby is not crawling around and like a pretty long period from when they're like baba, almost newborn to, not rolling yet. Or even if they're rolling, it's still fun for them to play on it. It's really just until they start crawling. Having a mat and somewhere to put them that you know is like a contained area. They're going to be entertained by something dangling in front of them or they get some sensory crinkly thing to play with their toes or hands or whatever. So good and useful for sure. And I, love, used mine and have got it ready to pass to my neighbour who's about to have a baby.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Love. I agree. And ours, I think the one we bought was from Big W, Fisher and Paykel, but a lot of them as well are travel. You can travel with them because the arch thing at the top comes down. So that's
and a lot
helpful.
of them are like flexy too.
Yes.
So there is the little wooden ones, but yes, a lot of them are really easy to travel with too.
Yeah, so I love. Very good rec. Okay, now also you can get that secondhand. Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. For sure.
Okay, what did white noise machine I had on mine.
Okay, cool. I had that in the next list.
We use it every night.
As in
every single night.
one?
A portable one. A portable one that just a chargeable one. We use that every single night. And I didn't want my phone next to him all the time.
You know the monitor plays white noise.
Oh.
Yeah, your monitor plays white noise.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. We didn't set the monitor up for ages though, so maybe that's why we got so dependent
I
on
got
the
you the white
portable one.
noise.
Yes,
The portable machine.
which I love. So thank you.
No, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying, like, just so you know that there is on the
Well,
on the
I
monitor.
wanted to use my gift from you. And then it became a necessity for us. No, you could play it from your phone, but I just didn't want to, and I also didn't know
But
the
you
monitor
also
could
take
play
it with you and like play. Do you play it like elsewhere?
Yeah, sometimes we take it in the pram. Like I really love that machine, and that is also something you could buy secondhand.
Yeah.
The only thing would be sometimes with battery life, it might die
Recharging
a little
and
bit
stuff.
quicker. But I'm sure people too, like for example, might have played it, used their monitor instead of it, and then they're selling it new online. Okay. You know what was actually very helpful for us was a temperature egg for his room. And that's something, I've got the Grow egg. I think it's Tommy Tippy.
Yeah.
And it tells you the temperature. It grows a different color based on if it's cold or whatever, too warm.
Yeah.
It plugs into the wall, so you can definitely get it secondhand because it's not chargeable. Yeah. And that is that for us at the start, especially I think because Atlas was born in summer and it was quite hot, and I was really worried about him overheating.
So inconsistent.
Yeah, I found that helpful for that was probably my biggest worry was the temperature of the room, and just having that just meant I didn't have to worry about it. So I recommend that. Oh my God, nipple cream. I know this is not for a baby, but like just there's this. If you are buying stuff right now for postpartum, and you're buying your pads and stuff, which is also
list.
No, I know.
I feel like that we should do a whole episode on what
but
we
I
would
just
get
have
for
to
your
say,
postpartum
nipple
period.
cream is just so important. So just please get nipple cream. And then the only other thing I had that you didn't have was a muslin cloth.
Yes.
Which we use for swaddles, and we had one. We bought. Actually, no, it was a beautiful
swaddle
gift.
with yours?
Yeah, we did because he was in summer, and it was a really beautiful. It was a really nice cotton, and it was straight. It had a bit of. I don't know. It wasn't like hard. It was soft.
Yeah.
So we actually swaddled with it, but we just had one, and I would use it like the park, but then wash it and then use it for his swaddle, and it was
so good.
it was really good. So that was something that I found quite helpful. I know there are heaps of like brands that sell swaddles. Like all these different types of swaddles and ways to swaddle. I think that's also something, again, just wait and see. In the hospital, they teach you how to swaddle like just with a cloth.
Oh, yeah.
And if you feel comfortable with that, some people take it home.
I did. I've still got Harvey's.
I love it. I love it.
It's like
some people in this room.
Yeah, of course you do. I feel like that's I feel like Mum's still got my baby blanket from the hospital.
No, I should have taken it. I didn't. I left it there. I left it there. Anyway, but yeah, so just one is plenty.
Oh, totally.
Okay, nice to have, but not essential.
Okay. So first on the list, portable white noise machine. Now, the reason I said nice to have and not essential is Harvey didn't sleep with white noise. He didn't like white noise,
there you go.
and we never used white noise. We tried to use it, didn't do anything for him, so we never used it. So your baby might not like white noise.
True.
Or might not need it or whatever. So it's kind of something to maybe think about or play with or whatever. Maybe play it through your phone until you know if your baby's going to take the sound or
Very
not.
good idea.
But with Billy, I remember using it like little bits here and there when I was trying to get her sleep in either the pram or on my carrier, and I was, juggling with Harvey and like wasn't necessarily as conscious of sound as I was with him. Like I felt like every noise was going to wake him up, which is so funny because as a newborn, they like sleep so soundly through anything. But yeah, for the first couple of months, if I'd be like wearing her or walking with her, I'd maybe like put it on so that there was like a bit of muting whatever was happening in the background. Then we moved to music to try and help her sleep and found that was too stimulating. So now she sleeps with not white noise, but the rain sound on the monitor.
Oh my God, cute.
Yeah. So we use the rain sound on the monitor. And that works for her because white noise, I don't know, it's aggressive.
It is quite aggressive.
It's a static
I'm so used to it now.
Yeah.
Alice loves it. But when I first heard it, I was like, this is overstimulating.
Yeah.
And now we leave it on and we don't even realise.
Yeah. Snoo or other electric moving bassinet. I have put this on a nice to have, not essential. Reason I put it on this list and not the wouldn't recommend list.
Yep.
Is because I had one, I was gifted one when we had Harvey and we used it for the first 6 weeks of his life. Would turn it on, especially on some of the like more difficult nights. However, I think I had this I was scared he was going to get like addicted to being rocked to sleep. And so from the get-go, I was using it on the weaning mode, which is like a mode that you use when you're like getting them ready for the cot. And I think it just doesn't rock them as much. And I think it's still until like their cry raises or something like that. Anyway, but from 6 weeks, he was in a cot. So, but we kept it, and a lot of our friends have used it, loved it. And I had friends who kept their bubs in there till 6 months and left it on, as in like would use it, and have also been fine in cots. So like I think there's merit to a fear of that, but it's not always the case. And lots of kids get rocked to sleep to a certain point and then they're fine going to sleep on a still surface. So like you might feel the same way as I did, but just so you know, like I've had lots of friends with different experiences, which is why I put it in the middle, because for some of my friends it was like a lifesaver and it improved sleep, not only like with the kids' sleep, but they actually got sleep. They were able to, as you said, with Atlas only doing like 25 minutes, they were able to actually get more bigger quality naps in the day because it would like help them kind of link their cycles for a little bit. And again, they didn't get like addicted or whatever our fear of it is. So that's I would say it's a nice to have, absolutely not essential. For example, with Billy, we never turned it on. Yeah. So I used it as a normal bassinet because I had it. Yes. Do not invest in an electric bassinet because they're all expensive if you think you're not going to use it. Yep, Let me tell you. So the only reason we did was there was no need to buy another bassinet. Yep. We just didn't turn it on.
And it's hard because your baby might not sleep in the bassinet in the day. Like Atlas hated his the bassinet in the day. Yeah. I agree. I think that's a really good point. And this is definitely one as well that you can get secondhand.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And if you do have a friend that has had one, like even if it's just borrowing it to start with to see if it's the right thing for you, and you can also rent them.
Yes, you can rent them.
Yeah, so that's a good one. Oh my God, I just forgot one of my must-haves that I didn't say. And I'm surprised you didn't say this. Now, they're not for sale anymore in Australia. You have to buy this on Facebook Marketplace.
That's why I didn't say it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just like a baby. So we both had a Kakuna baby. It's actually been discontinued in Australia for a safety reasons. Just want to say that.
Yeah.
Because you're not meant to leave your baby sleeping in there
unsupervised.
Yeah. But he was always supervised when he was in it. Essentially, It's like a baby cushion that the Kakuna baby like had a little strap on it, which I thought was good because Atlas couldn't really move much in it anyway, so little. But that was very helpful for us, having some type of baby cushion thing that was whatever, that felt safe, because in the day it meant, because when they're like brand new, they can sleep anywhere, and it meant he could sleep in that. He found it really cozy. Like as I said, he didn't sleep in his bassinet. Like that's where he slept in the day, and he would do like 3 hours in there sometimes, which was really good. And it was helpful because similar to what you said around the play mat, it's somewhere where we could put him when he was sleeping.
And no one to hold them all the time.
Exactly.
And I think that goes to say the same goes. Oh my God, what am I trying to say? The same goes the same.
Same goes with?
Maybe.
Something goes.
With other things are like that, like rockers, bouncers, those kind of seats that have some sort of strap or that they're somehow tilted back. Like a lot of those, you don't need multiple of them, like multiple kinds. It's just like what one you think is going to work or maybe what one you get gifted. Yep. They are useful because, as you said, it's a place not just like an activity mat where you can put them, but they'll actually fall asleep and kind of feel, cozy or whatnot in them. I totally agree. Something like that for sure. There's like the Docker Tot. There's a couple of different ones.
Yes, exactly.
Capsule. A car seat capsule. I put this in a not essential.
Same.
Because, interesting, because you used yours a shit ton.
We did, but I really thought about it last night and I was like, could I have survived without this? Yes.
Oh, I mean, of course.
We did. We use ours a lot. It's great. Yeah, but I was like, if I was buying a pram, because I was talking to a girlfriend about it, and she texted me and she goes, oh my God, should I get the bassinet or the capsule? Yeah. And I was like, I was very lucky that I had both, but I was like, oh, actually, if I really had to choose, what would I go with?
Yep.
And the capsule we loved because you could put it straight in the pram, obviously transfer, and he didn't wake up.
Yeah.
But if you're not driving a lot, I feel like it's something that it does. It's similar to the sterilizer for me. It made it easier. Yeah. But I feel like it's such a big expense.
Totally.
And it's like you can make it work without, but it makes it easier.
See, I would say it totally depends on your living circumstance, because like for me, thinking of you guys with the stairs that you have from your front door, like would have been a lot when they're newborns and like you're holding them but trying to hold other things or trying to take the pram, I feel like there's definitely a lot of like pros in the capsule. Or
it's true actually. Steph's right. We can't. That probably makes it more for us as a necessity because we have very steep stairs.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get the pram up unless you have two people. So if he's asleep, essentially I couldn't go inside.
Yeah.
But the capsule you just unclip and I can take him. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah. So and also a lot of my girlfriends like loved putting them in the capsule in the house while they like finished getting ready and all of that sort of stuff. And then it was just a matter of like carrying them out and putting them in the thing. Whereas for me, there was one time I unclipped the capsule and it was because I'd got to my physio appointment with Ash and Harvey was a newborn and he had just fallen asleep and he hadn't slept much that morning. So I was like, oh, hang on, I can just unclip this and just like took him in. But with Billy and then Harvey a lot of the other time, I found honestly, especially when they're freshies, they sleep so... every baby's different.
Yes.
But a lot of newborns, like they're not as aware of the surroundings and they're pretty good at falling back asleep. I would find that if they did wake when I was taking them out of the car seat, it wouldn't take too much, like after a little bit of a cuddle and kind of get them back off again, I'd be then able to transfer them to like either the bassinet of the pram or like inside to like the docker-tot or something like that. So I agree, it's definitely not a necessity, but I do know a lot of people like them a lot, but 100% that can be secondhand because they can only be in them until they're about 6 months old anyway.
I think it's actually 12. I looked the other day because we still use it.
It's a size thing. It depends on size. For a lot of babies, it's 6 months, so I would look into that.
Oh, yeah, Atlas is quite long.
Just look into it.
Good
Yours
idea.
might be different, but for a lot of them, it's 6 months.
Okay.
And so, like, it's just one of those things that it is a really big investment and knowing that it's not going to be a forever thing. Just weigh it up.
And for us, we hardly use the bassinet because...
Yeah, see, we were the opposite.
Because we always just use the capsule.
Yeah.
The only thing is the capsule squishes them quite a bit. But I think Alice is fine. Like, as in it's when they're in a bassinet, they're lying flat.
Oh,
and
but
zen.
Yeah.
And in the capsule, they're like a bit squished in there. But he's fine.
Because it's
he's
a car seat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, I would say you don't need both, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. This is one that I'm going to say is a nice to have, not a necessity.
Yeah, well, that would make sense because we're in that section of the episode.
Sorry. Just a reminder. Just a reminder. A formula maker.
Okay, yes.
So I would say, and also depends on if you're going to be giving your baby formula or not. And also this what I literally wrote was it also depends on how many bottles you would be making. If you, for whatever reason, have chosen or can't breastfeed, whatever it is, and know that you're going to be doing multiple bottles a day and then obviously at night as well because they need to be fed at night, especially when they're bubbas, I would definitely say a machine is incredibly helpful. It cuts down a lot of thought and effort and stuff. But if it's just the odd bottle here and there, or like they're soon to probably just be drinking out of a cup, as in like it's not, they're maybe at the end of their babyhood. I wouldn't say. It's definitely not necessary. It's just been very helpful.
But definitely don't get it until you know what your feeding situation is going to be.
Because you thought you were going to go.
Exactly. Yeah. We thought we would do formula from the start, which we decided not to in the end. I didn't get a formula machine, but it was something I was considering and we would not have used it yet. Yeah. So I just think that's something that you do once because I think it's this pressure to buy everything before the baby comes. Number one, the shops stay open.
Yeah.
They don't close. It's not like, I mean, honestly, unless you're giving birth on Christmas, but then like it's open Boxing Day. So like it's all good, right? And so I think that's one of the biggest things. And a lot, like with something like this, wait until you see. And I think
agree.
it's like this pressure to like nest and get everything ready. Number one, you don't, for us, again, it depends on your living situation, but he slept in our room. We didn't even go in his room. And I felt all this pressure to like set his room up. I had a lot of time to we didn't need to have done that, right? It's helpful to like having pre-washed
some
like
people just
some
love
newborn.
it.
Exactly, that's fine. But you don't need to buy everything before, and it will be fine if you need to. If you work out, actually, we need a formula. We're doing 100% formula. We're going to get a formula thing. Yeah. What
else do you have for nice to have, not essential?
Okay, capsule had there. Yep. Oh, bottle warmer.
Yep.
So we give Atlas a bottle every single night, and we use the bottle warmer every day. But I put it in the nice to have because it's not essential, but it does make it easier for us. Baby bath.
Oh yeah.
So we ended up giving Atlas more showers. To be honest, we did buy a baby bath. We used it at the start. I reckon we probably used it for 2 weeks, which I just don't think is enough time. And we have a bath at home.
Yeah. But so when he's old enough, he'll just be in the bath.
Exactly right.
Mat.
But it is with the bath. It is when they're so tiny, you have to be in there with them.
Oh, totally.
But we just found showers were easy, and they don't need to be washed that much when they're a baby. So
I found the one that I liked to use was I can't remember the brand, but it's almost like a silicone net, and they sit in it.
Ah, yes.
And you can either put that in a shallow bath, like obviously with them, like you're accompanying them, or because we don't have a bath, I would sit on the shower floor with Billy in that. So I'd either hold her and like be washing her or whatever, or feeding her, or she would be sitting in that while the water was like running on her belly, and I could like wash her that way. So there's different ones, but also those kinds of things, like there's really affordable ones from like Kmart and that, like,
I don't think you need
a
really brand. Quick. Like there's no certain brand that's like the safest per se. Like it's just a plastic thing.
You're not leaving them. Like,
exactly right.
Around, like that's like a no-brainer. You're not leaving them. So, but I just think it is helpful to have something. Like if you have only a shower, it's helpful to have something for them to sit in, whether it then pulls water underneath them or is a net like the one I had and just water runs through it. It's helpful to have something because it is sometimes hard, especially when you're on your own.
Oh, yeah.
And you're trying to wash them and doing a shower by yourself, and trying to wash them. Your soap's getting like slippery, and then you've also got to get out, dry them, dry you. So having that there as well, I found helpful. So I agree. Yeah, good one.
Thanks.
But but the baby ones particularly, they grow out so quickly.
Oh my God, and you're like, oh, they won't grow. And then like, wow, they don't fit anymore. Yeah. Okay, a pump. Now, again, this is something very similar to what you said about the formula machine. Wait. I literally wrote in capitals, wait. Don't buy the pump at the start. Buy it when you need it. Yeah. And if you are going to buy a pump, go into the store. If you are buying a portable pump. So if you are going back to work earlier and you think you'll still be breastfeeding, again, don't buy it until you know that will be the case. Otherwise you won't need it. Or, I don't know, you're just going to be out of the house a bit from the baby. You need to pump on the go. Wait till you know that you need to do that. A pump that you put on your, what's it called? A portable pump. I honestly, when I was trying to work out how to use it, I was like, I need to go to get a university degree.
Some of them are way more confusing than others,
to work out how to use this. And I was not in the headspace to be able to take on that it just felt so overwhelming. I wish, and I spoke to a friend the other day and she was like, oh, I love that pump. It was so easy. And I was like, what? And then she was like, I went into the memo and
got a whole like rundown on it.
Yeah. So go into the store and ask them how to use it if you are going to buy a portable pump, because there's a lot available and there's some really great ones, but it's just knowing how to use it is the most important thing. So that's what I would say. And then, the other thing actually is this is kind of a bit different, but again, actually, I reckon I'm going to move this, apologies everyone, but to the use every day.
Yeah.
Just a few things. Buying baby Panadol or Dimadol, Nurofen or baby Nurofen, whatever. You can't use baby Nurofen until I think they're 3 months, but Panadol they can have as a newborn. A temperature thing to check the thermometer to check the temperature, and baby moisturizer and a snot sucker. They are things that we use we do not give him Panadol every day, but they're things that
I did for a period of time with Harvey.
The Panadol and things not all supermarkets sell baby or chemists sell baby Panadol.
Versions,
it's just something good to have before that you would most likely definitely
have stocked up already. Yeah,
exactly right. And the baby moisturizer was one actually that your baby, like Atlas.
I haven't used moisturizer once on Billy.
Oh my God. Okay.
Not once.
It's just Atlas has really dry skin and eczema. So that was the first thing that the pediatrician said to us when we went in to see him. He was like, how often are you moisturizing? And I was like, oh, not.
So it goes two ways.
Okay.
Harvey had eczema and therefore there was periods where we definitely used moisturizer more so in periods. Billy didn't have it so much at all. And there's a part of me that, and also like some people love the ritual. I have girlfriends that it's like, no, it's part of our wind down routine and like even a little massage and stuff. I'm like, that's so sweet. But for me, like Billy's skin has always just been soft and fine, and so I've never used it at all. And I do think it's like one of those things, you know, I question lip balm sometimes. Like, are we using it and then our skin's getting used to the use of it that when we stop using it? Anyway, that's where my mind goes sometimes with moisturizer. But I know I might be unique in that because there's a lot of people who would have absolutely put like
Billy's
a baby
got the smoothest, most beautiful skin. Atlas, little dry boy. Anyway, okay. So apologies for skipping back. Okay, now.
I think it's important though to like say those things. Just get them, have them stored because no doubt
just buy
you'll
one.
need them.
You don't need 10 baby moisturizers. You just need one. You don't need multiple of many things.
But I think even before your bub, whether you know that they're going to have like eczema or not, like just get one for sensitive skin. Like all babies have sensitive skin at the end of the day. Like I think, don't go fancy.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Okay, haven't used.
All right. Clothes that aren't onesies.
Agree.
Unless it's a jumper or like a vest or whatever and your baby's going to be, born. For any younger than 6 months, do not bother. Number one, people will probably get it for you for gifts anyway. So for the odd thing or the odd occasion that comes up, you might have a cute little pair of pants or whatever. But you won't put them in it. They nap so often, it's annoying to like get them out of clothes and put the pajamas back on. It's completely appropriate for a baby to spend the entire day in pajamas, even out in public.
It's better for their skin. It's also because Atlas has eczema. We can't put him in many clothes because if he gets too hot, it overheats. It's bad for his skin. So, I agree.
Have you ever used the steroid stuff with Atlas?
Yep. We've used quite a bit of it.
Yeah. Harvey grew out of it.
I think he will.
In his baby,
I think
he was. And anytime there was a season change, it flared up.
Exactly. But I agree. And also, as you said at the start of the app, anything that has buttons, if a baby's screaming, you are never going to want to put them in a onesie with buttons.
Until they're crawling around and like standing up on stuff like that. Like that's cute when they got like little trackies on or whatever. But honestly.
Can I add something to this?
Yeah.
Connected. Baby socks. I did like a Bonds order of baby newborn socks because I was like, he needs socks.
But if they're in onesies.
I did not even think a onesie has built-in socks. Obviously you don't want them to have cold feet, but the onesies have built-in socks. So we literally never, ever use them.
See, Billy from like 6 months, I often put her in like a long sleeve top and long leggings or pants or something. So socks are very useful in her case.
From 6 months? What about, I bought newborn socks. The newborn socks don't fit his big feet now.
Well, not if you're planning to keep him in onesies because most like there's the odd onesie that doesn't have the flip over where their feet's covered. Therefore, maybe, get some socks. But if the onesies that you've got have got those.
I bought 10 pairs because I was like, he needs his socks. Yeah. No, never use them. And they're a choking hazard for Ben, our dog, who eats socks. They were so little. He could swallow in one go.
Love that.
Okay, next.
Kind of on the same topic of socks is shoes for babies under a year.
Yeah.
It's a cute gift. It's like someone will probably get you a mini pair of Vans or New Balance or like something like there's these little leather RM Williams that we got as a gift for Harvey when he was a bub and then I've put them on again in Billy and like cute, adorable. Just don't.
You don't need it.
They're not walking yet.
Yeah.
And unless you've got like some incredibly ahead walker, that still won't happen till 10, 11 months in an extreme case of like, wow, that's amazing. So you just don't need them in shoes. And even when I've put shoes on Billy, because like maybe we're outside and she's crawling around now and trying to stand up on things, she just kicks them off. Yeah. She's like, what is this? It's getting in the way of my crawling.
I haven't put Alice in any shoes because it's the mental load of then having to make sure his shoes stays on in the pram that I'm like, I don't need that. We both don't need that. It's going to make no difference to us. We will not put you in shoes. So I agree.
Yeah. That's what I had.
Okay. What did I have on mine? A lot of them, we've covered some of them. Oh, you know what's interesting actually for us? Burp cloths. Now,
this is interesting.
It depends on the baby. Mm-hmm. Like Atlas was really hard to get a burp out of. Therefore, he hardly vomited.
Yeah.
And so I had all these burp cloths and I haven't used them.
Yeah. And that was because of me, as in that you had all these burp cloths.
But You did recommend them. But again, because we were going to have a vomit.
Yeah.
So I think, but I didn't need to buy like 15.
No,
I think I
maybe just buy 1 or 2.
That's right. Again, you don't buy multiple of anything you're not 100% sure you'll use.
Exactly.
Okay, so I haven't used them. And then the other one.
Wait, I just want to add to that in case I have a baby like my baby. So for me, why I was like, oh my gosh, make sure you have them. Both Harvey and Billy, every time they burped, like spat up a bit. And I was just constantly getting changed or whatever. And so I would have one like in the living room. I'd have one in my room and just after a feed, I'd chuck it on my shoulder and I'd burp them so that's what it went on instead. So for me,
very important.
Incredibly important. I can't believe I didn't put it down on my list.
True.
But I agree. Just there's like a pack of 2 that you can get from like Big W or something. Just get that until you know if you've got a spitter upper or not.
Okay, next one. Now you gave this to me and we do use it.
You don't have to say that. It's in your list of don't get.
Well, we do use it, but I just don't think I need it. Maybe now now he's in his room. We use it a lot more and it is helpful. But in the first 6 months, because he wasn't in his room, we didn't use it. And also, I don't think we needed it at the start, a nappy bin.
Oh, no, this is a lot of people will say this. Yeah.
So, because their poo at the start doesn't smell
No, I knew you were going to say this.
It smells like croissants. Like, honestly, it doesn't. It's not.
What do you do with a pooey nappy?
Okay, now his poos really smell and I need to get...
Hang on, what did you do with the pooey nappy before that?
Just put it straight in the bin.
Did you put it in a nappy bin, in the bin?
No.
Like as in a little...
Just in the bin. Why? What's wrong with that? Germs.
No,
It doesn't smell.
It doesn't smell to you, honey.
Are you sure? Have you been at our house and it's like
I am sure.
Inside.
Like you just...
Wait, are you sure? No one has... Wait, is it people not being saying things? And my house smells.
It'll smell like baby poo. Like as in like it's not like the most horrendous smell, but you can still smell... It's poo at the end of the day,
I
right?
have a very sensitive nose.
Yes, but a mother and a fully breastfed baby,
True.
It genuinely smells like baked cookies. I get that. I do get that. I used to say it all the time. Like, oh my God, that poo doesn't stink. And then you start solids and it's a very different story. So what do you do now with them?
Dog bag.
You put them in a doggy bag?
And then I put it in the bin,
In the inside bin?
The inside bin.
Yeah, okay.
At the moment, can't smell them, but if they get worse, then I will put them outside.
Yeah. And this, again, I think this is like if you live in an apartment and to take it out to your like big red bin or whatever, it's like going down the elevator every time. Probably a nappy bin is helpful.
And that's in his room because when his room's upstairs. And so if I then have to carry the nappy downstairs, so obviously I don't leave it upstairs, it's easier. Then I'll use the nappy bin. And because the bin we have does a twisty thing, it is quite good. But I would say it's something that I thought was a necessity at the start.
It's definitely not a necessity.
Agree.
And I had friends who set up their own little as in kind of like dog poo bags, nappy bags, whatever. They're all the same thing, just a mini plastic bag with they'd have their wipes and their nappies next to their change table. And that was just their process instead of, as you said, like having a nappy bin. So I agree. I think it's definitely not a necessity.
And I probably wouldn't buy that secondhand unless it was in a box because some people might have bought it and not realised. Yeah.
Or never used it.
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
Is that all you had?
That's all. Yeah, that's all I had.
Amazing.
I feel like because we've covered some of the other ones during the thing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that helped you guys, and didn't overwhelm you even more so. I think really at the end of the day, even the stuff at the top that we were like, oh my God, we used, what I got reminded of at the hospital was there is parts of the world where your baby, they give you a cardboard box basically to prove to you that at the end of the day, this bub will be totally fine. They're in your care. There's so many other things that you can use that aren't the fancy things that you see all the time. So yeah, take what you want from this.
I agree. And I think again, don't buy too much beforehand. The shops don't close and don't feel like you need to buy the fanciest brand or the thing with a gazillion AI safety features because otherwise your baby won't be safe because they... we were all raised without.
I didn't have a monitor when I was a baby.
Exactly right. Yeah. And obviously, there are things that are important from a safety perspective, but I don't think we need all the tech.
I agree.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. Well, we love you guys. Thank you for listening. If you have any thoughts on this episode, as always, please send us a DM at KICPod. Just make sure you tell us if it's going to be a voice note. Tell us what it's about. Otherwise, just write us something so we can play it in the episode. And also, if you do prefer to email, you can email us at podcast@kickwellness.com.
Yeah. And if there's any other lifts, yes. if there's any other lists you're thinking, because it made me think, like when you said the nipple balm, like we could definitely do one of like postpartum things that we found incredibly helpful versus like probably not. I mean, I could even come with like ones for preschools and above. Like there's a lot
Hospital
of stuff.
bag.
So if you want any more of these, you let us know.
Let us know. We love you.
Love
okay,
you guys.
Bye. KICBump acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians of the land in which we're recording this podcast, the Yulukot Woolen clan of the Boomerang, who are part of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respect to their elders past and present and extend our respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples today.